What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get started with today's video, the road to 200 subs has now come to a close and we are now 248 subs away from reaching 500 subs. And who knows, maybe we might hit 500 subs by the end of the summer. Only time will tell, but as I have said in previous videos, if the channel gets to 500 subs, I'm opening up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I got from my partners over at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Monster Reborn, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there. And of course, as always, if the channel reaches 1,000 subs, I'm opening up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull a collector's rare out of the set, much similar to what I pulled out of my Genesis Impact box I opened up last year, which is obviously this beautiful Beat Cop from the Underworld. This thing looks absolutely incredible, you guys. And of course, by checking out Collector Store, both their physical store and their online store, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. Excuse me. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, because more than 85% of you guys are watching the content, but you guys aren't even subscribed. And to top it all off, we got to get more women to watch the content as well. So if you guys are watching the content, you like the content, and you want more of the content, but you guys have not subscribed as of yet, then make sure you guys do indeed subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, smash that thumbs up button on this video, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below. Excuse me. Post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this: what would you consider to be the best Yu-Gi-Oh set of 2024? Let me know down in the comments below. And for today's video, we actually have a brand new archetype to talk about in today's video. It is known as the Primordial Archetype, and from what I'm seeing here, it seems like this archetype is actually a bit of an interesting archetype, I will say, because I believe this archetype is one of the how can I explain? It's one of those archetypes where you first start out by seeing one monster card in the entire archetype, and the rest is all like spells and traps. So this is definitely one of those archetypes, but I'm actually kind of curious about this one, because when you think about it, when you really think about it, this archetype is, honestly, looking at the cards, they seem pretty cool. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I apologize for blabbing too much, but let's get straight into it. Kicking things off, we actually have, come on, there we go. There we go. So first up, we have Imperial Dragon, the Primordial Dragon. Give me 1 second. There we go. And it is a 6-star Earth Dragon with 2600 attack, 0 defense, and it says that it requires 1 normal monster tribute to normal summon. And you can only use the first effect once per turn, which reads, during your opponent's main phase as a quick effect, you can reveal this card in your hand, and immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon 1 primordial monster. Second effect reads, if this card is tribute summoned, you can apply these effects in sequence. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls. Banish all monsters your opponent controls with the same time and or attribute as any of the normal monsters in your graveyard. Okay. So basically with this monster card, you have yourself a Dark Ruler No More and a sort of like a Raigeki Macrocosmos, if you will. So it's like it's like 3 different cards in one powerful 6-star normal summon, which is pretty crazy. I will say, I don't know if we're gonna get any more new support for this archetype this year. I'm assuming that we'll probably get the new support possibly in possibly at the end of the year, maybe. Who knows? It's kind of hard to say, but I will say though, the card is just absolutely sick. It's sick artwork, but it don't get any more sicker than these next cards, because next up we have Primordial Imperial Load, which is a continuous spell, and the first and third effects are both once per turn. And the first effect reads, when this card resolves, add 1 primordial card from your deck to your hand, except this card. Second effect reads, alright. Second effect reads, normal monsters and primordial monsters you control gain 300 attack for each normal monster in your grave with different names. Okay, nice. Excuse me. Let's see here. Third effect reads, you can declare 1 normal monster's name, special summon a normal monster with that name from your hand, deck, or grave, and you cannot activate special summon monsters effects for the rest of the turn. So ideally, with this card, you have basically a Stratos. You have a sort of like a really weird a really weird version of United We Stand, and you also have a way to bring out more bodies to the field to be able to go into some of your link plays, which is absolutely incredible. I will say we could be getting new support for this archetype, but we're probably not going to be getting any of the new support until like possibly the end of the year, or maybe right around like the beginning of like next year or something like that. Who knows? But next up we have Primordial Tremors, which is a quick play spell, and it has 2 separate effects. The first one reads, pay 2,000 life points and declare 1 normal monster's name. Apply this effect. Then, if you control no monsters, you can special summon a normal monster with the declared name from your deck in defense. Once applied, your primordial monsters and normal monsters with the declared name cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of your opponent's turn. Second effect reads, if your opponent normal summons a monster, you can banish this card from your grave. Target a normal monster you control or in your grave. Banish one monster on the field with lower attack. Basically, it's basically bottomless trap hole, but instead it's lower attack. So it's like a reverse bottomless trap hole, I guess, in terms of the attack. So pretty cool. You have yourself a bottomless slash protection, if you will. So that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Next up, I swear, you guys, my laptop is acting hella slow and it's pissing me off. Alright, you guys, next up we have Primordial Schiller, which... And I will be right back. My dogs are barking, so something's going on over there. I will be right back. Alright, you guys, I am back. Sorry about the wait. Just a bit of a quick rundown. There were some people that came over to finish up putting up our ceiling because of some water damage that we had last year, but I apologize. Hopefully you guys can forgive me. But now we have to move on to the fact that this ad won't get out off my screen. Thank you. Next up, continuing on, we have Primordial Schiller, which is a quick play spell, and both of its effects are once per turn. Excuse me. And the first effect reads, reveal one normal monster or primordial card in your hand, except this card, then target one face-up card on the field. If you control a normal monster or a level 5 or higher primordial monster, except a token, you do not have to reveal a card. Negates effects, and if you do, banish it. Second effect reads, during your main phase, if you control a primordial monster, you can set this card from your grave. So basically, it's a way to just bounce it back to your board, and you don't even have to do a whole lot with this card. So ideally, if you control any normal monster, you don't even have to reveal any monster in your hand, which is absolutely sick. So it's a great way to stop your opponent from using cards like Boardload Savage Dragon, Zeus, or even also a way to stop their Appaloosa plays, which is absolutely insane. And also again, if it's in your graveyard, if this card is in your graveyard, you get to just combo off and just set it back to your board, which is pretty cool. There is one more card to talk about in this video, and it is known as Primordial Opener, which is a normal trap, and it has two separate effects. The first one reads declare one normal monster's name, apply this effect. Then if you control no monsters, you can special summon one normal monster with the declared name from your deck or grave. Once applied, you take no battle damage from battles involving your normal monsters with the declared name and primordial monsters this turn. Second effect reads, during your opponent's turn, you can banish the card from your grave, target one normal monster you control or in your grave, take control of one monster your opponent controls with higher attack until the end phase. So with this card, you basically have basically a, what is it, like a, oh, what's that one card? defense draw. It's like a defense draw slash like fucking snatch steal. Literally, this is a snatch steal. This is a snatch steal on steroids. Not much else to say about it. Again, I don't really know exactly when we're gonna get this archetype, but I believe there's a couple of archetypes that can actually that can I guess somewhat work with this archetype. I think Sun Avalon could potentially work with this archetype. I know that there's Red Eyes is definitely one that potentially comes into mind. I guess maybe Dark Magician? No, I think it's just Sunvine and Red Eyes are like the two main ones. I would say you could run this with Dragon Rulers, but the problem is that Dragon Rulers is all effect monsters. So so it'll be interesting to see. But then again, it could also it could also work with the what's that one archetype? The Ojamas as well. There are so many different vanilla, even also Gemini decks as well. Gemini decks is definitely another deck that a lot of people are gonna want to have their eyes on, because of the fact that with Gemini monsters, once you normal summon a monster, it basically remains as a vanilla monster until you normal summon it on board, and it then becomes an effect monster. In which case, honestly, Geminis might just end up being the new meta with this deck, with this archetype, but but only time will tell. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It'll also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.